There's crazy rumors going on in the streets.
About what?
And I feel like people are scared to report on this. It's starting to really trickle out.
Don't go there.
Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane.
Oh, yeah. He signed Pooh Shiesty before,
yes.
5-6 years ago.
Okay. Now, I don't want to tell you what I'm about to tell you, but I've had multiple Memphis insiders tap in with me, not Stan G.
You ain't had no multiple fucking go man.
I have. And I don't need that either because a lot of other people have been tapping in about it. But the story that's going around that everybody's scared to report on, and this is just a rumor, is that basically Pooh Shiesty and Choppa Gang ran down on Gucci Mane, relieved him of some of his possessions, and basically forced him to sign a contract releasing Pooh Shiesty from 1017.
So, Gucci, you know this is 100% true. Hit me up, I can get you it back. But as it stands right now, bruh, Gucci Mane walking around wedding ringless right now, and he ain't got no watch.
Barely.
I'm not gonna say who robbed him. Pooh Shiesty was not there, but it definitely went on after Pooh Shiesty left. Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane got into an altercation as far as a little back and forth. Pooh Shiesty wasn't hearing that Gucci Mane had to say. Gucci Mane want Pooh Shiesty on the team, but hell nah. So what ends up happening is space and the place. Can't give you too much specific details because if I do, then y'all know that's all bad. But as soon as Pooh Shiesty got up out of there, left, got in his car, pulled off, he ain't knowing what the hell going on. All he knows is he happy.
What if one of the biggest rap moguls in the South didn't just lose an artist, but lost control of his entire empire in a single night? What if this wasn't just industry beef, but something far darker, involving threats, street politics, and a forced contract release that shook hip-hop behind the scenes? For weeks now, whispers have been turning into full-blown rumors, and those rumors are no longer staying underground. They're spilling into mainstream media, private industry conversations, and even law enforcement. Speculation.
So there's got to be a reason. Bro, I'm telling you, the whole music industry has heard this rumor. Everybody's heard this rumor and nobody can confirm 100%. So maybe there is a real sincere effort to keep it low key.
Yeah.
But it's not like this is being swept under the rug. And I'm just now starting to see YouTubers make videos about it. Traplo Ross just dropped a video about it.
Because people are talking about it. He ain't got, what details does he have?
I don't know, I didn't watch it, it was like a half hour. But there's crazy rumors going on in the streets.
About what?
And I feel like people are scared to report on this. It's starting to really trickle out.
Don't go there.
Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane.
Oh, yeah. He signed Pooh Shiesty before,
yes.
5-6 years ago.
Okay. Now, I don't want to tell you what I'm about to tell you, but I've had multiple Memphis insiders tap in with me, not Stan G.
You ain't had no multiple fucking go man.
I have. And I
don't
don't need that either because a lot of other people have been tapping in about it. But the story that's going around that everybody's scared to report on, and this is just a rumor, is that basically Pooh Shiesty and Choppa Gang ran down on Gucci Mane,
They say Choppa
relieved him of some of his possessions, and basically forced him to sign a contract releasing Pooh Shiesty from 1017.
The streets are saying Gucci Mane didn't just fall out with Pooh Shiesty. They're saying Gucci got set up. They're saying gang members allegedly moved on his behalf. Valuables were taken, and pressure was applied until a deal was signed. Some say it was robbery. Others say it was kidnapping. Some say there was no violence, just intimidation. But here's the part that makes everyone uncomfortable. Something clearly happened, and nobody at the top is denying it. Gucci Mane deleted every trace of Pooh Shiesty from his Instagram. No announcement, no statement, no explanation. An artist he once welcomed home as a real one vanished overnight. Meanwhile, Pooh Shiesty starts shouting out Yo Gotti in his music, despite knowing the history, the lines in the sand, and the long-standing tension between camps. That alone raised eyebrows. But then, mainstream bloggers quietly confirmed they'd heard the same story from different sources. Not proof, but consistency. In hip-hop, silence can be louder than diss tracks. Gucci isn't talking. Pooh isn't denying. Industry insiders are nervous, and when people start whispering about Suguenite tactics in 2026, you know this isn't just clout chasing anymore. The question isn't whether the rumor sounds crazy. The question is, does it sound possible? Because if even part of this is true, we're not talking about rap drama. We're talking about one of the darkest power plays hip-hop has seen in years. As the story continued to spread, more uncomfortable questions began to surface. People weren't just asking what happened between Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty, they were asking how something like this could even happen in today's music industry. Gucci Mane isn't just an artist, he's a brand, a corporation, a legacy figure who helped shape modern trap music. For someone at that level to allegedly be pressured, threatened, or robbed sends shockwaves through the entire hip-hop ecosystem. It challenges the illusion that success automatically equals safety. What many fans fail to realize is that record deals, especially street-rooted labels, are rarely just paperwork. They are built on relationships, respect, fear, and leverage. When those elements break down, things can turn ugly very fast. Several industry insiders have pointed out that this situation reflects a deeper issue: the collision between street culture and corporate music structures. Pooh Shiesty represents a new generation that doesn't necessarily follow the same rules as the old guard. Gucci Mane represents the bridge between both worlds, and bridges are often where the collapse happens. Another layer that has intensified speculation is the legal silence surrounding the situation. If nothing happened, why hasn't Gucci Mane simply denied the rumors outright? A single tweet could have shut this down. A short interview clip could have ended it. But instead, we got silence. Strategic silence. The kind of silence that usually comes from legal advice. Lawyers don't tell their clients to stay quiet unless there's potential exposure. That alone doesn't prove guilt or wrongdoing, but it does suggest complexity. Meanwhile, Pooh Shiesty's behavior since the alleged incident has also fueled suspicion. Rather than distancing himself from controversy, he's leaned into a tougher image, more aggressive lyrics, and strategic alliances that seem almost calculated. Some fans interpret this as confidence. Others see it as deflection. In hip-hop, artists often use music to send messages without explicitly speaking, and when lyrics start sounding like victory laps, right after a silent fallout, people notice. Former label executives have weighed in anonymously, explaining that forced releases from contracts are not unheard of, but they are almost never. Cleon, usually, there's a price. Sometimes it's money. Sometimes it's reputation. Sometimes it's fear. One executive described it as corporate warfare with street consequences, where paperwork is only signed after leverage is applied, behind closed doors. That description alone made many listeners rethink the entire situation. The comparison to Suge Knight has come up repeatedly, and for good reason. Suge Knight's rise wasn't built on music alone. It was built on intimidation, presence, and control. While nobody is directly accusing Pooh Shiesty of being Suge Knight, the pattern of rumors feels eerily familiar. Power moves disguised as business decisions. Silence enforced through fear. Wins that don't feel clean. Hip-hop has seen this movie before, and it never ends well. What makes this story even more dangerous is how normalized these conversations have become. Fans now casually debate whether a rapper robbed another rapper as if it's just part of the culture. That normalization is a problem, because when criminal behavior becomes expected, accountability disappears. And when accountability disappears, everyone becomes vulnerable, even the biggest names. There's also the psychological impact on Gucci Mane himself. This is someone who rebuilt his life, transformed his image, and positioned himself as a mentor rather than a menace. To allegedly be dragged back into chaos after years of discipline and growth would be devastating. Several close observers have noted a visible change in Gucci's public demeanor since the fallout. Fewer posts, less energy, more distance. That could mean nothing. Or it could mean everything. The ripple effects extend beyond just these two individuals. Other artists, under 1017, reportedly began questioning their own positions. When trust breaks at the top, it trickles down. Artists start wondering if their contracts are safe. Executives start reevaluating security. Partners start pulling back. One unstable situation can destabilize an entire label ecosystem. Hip-hop. Historians point out that moments like this often become turning points. Either the industry learns from them, or it repeats them. The Biggie and Pac era taught painful lessons that were ignored for decades. The question now is whether this generation will finally break the cycle, or continue glamorizing chaos until another career, or life, is destroyed. What's especially haunting is how none of the alleged victims or perpetrators seem eager to clear the air. That leaves fans stuck in speculation, conspiracy, and frustration. And speculation thrives in silence. The longer this goes unanswered, the more extreme the theories will become. That's not good for anyone involved. At its core, this story, it isn't just about Gucci Mane or Pooh Shiesty. It's about power dynamics in hip-hop. It's about what happens when fame collides with fear. It's about whether success truly frees artists or just places them in more dangerous rooms. And it's about how the industry continues to blur the line between entertainment and real-life consequences. Some believe the full truth will never come out. Others believe it will leak slowly, piece by piece, through court documents, leaked messages, or careless interviews. History suggests the latter. The truth in hip-hop always surfaces eventually, usually when someone feels betrayed enough to talk. Until then, all we can do is analyze patterns, behavior, and silence. And right now, the silence is loud. If these allegations are false, then this is one of the most damaging rumors ever attached to a modern rapper, and it deserves to be shut down immediately. But if even a fraction of it is true, then this represents a terrifying reminder that the music industry hasn't evolved as much as we pretend it has. The suits may be cleaner, the contracts may be digital, but the power games remain the same. Hip-hop has always been about survival. The question is, who really survived this situation, and at what cost? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this was just industry drama, or something much darker? Subscribe for updates, because if this story breaks open, you'll hear it here first.